Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl here to bring you another reading for Leo. I thank you, Spirit, for protecting and keeping the collective safe, for protecting me, keeping me safe. Leo, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Most of all, for showing up. Leo, had to ask Spirit to bring me into your energy this morning. Doing your read. Been really busy over the past few days trying to get to my readings. Gonna get through though. Feeling like it's a bit of a chore. Yeah. It's weird. Not in a bad way. But like maybe you feel like that, because that's the energy I'm bringing in. I'm getting that's it. It's a battle. It's hard work in the sense where you're really putting effort in to keep things balanced, to be in control, take charge, be responsible. You're really working at it. See, waiting for the right moment to make certain steps, and maybe holding back for some, in the sense where you want to do certain things but you're gauging, no, not yet, being responsible, waiting for the right moment. And then we have a little friction, so it's not going as easily as you would hope for. You're going to get a few hiccups. You're already getting hiccups. This reading is for May, but of course it's timeless. So I'm doing the read in May. The effects may happen, or may have already happened for some, because we're pushing to the middle of the month. And of course, when I do a read for a month or based on a month, it carries over. If I'm in the middle of the month of May, this would probably have effect for some of you in June. You may see results, or even further away from June. Anyway, Leo, I'm feeling like, yeah, okay, let's move on. Let's move. Let's do quick energy here. I'm using the Smith-WaiteTarot along with Spirit of the Animals for Oracle, and to guide that inner guide that we all have, which reflects in nature through the animals, and the Seasons of the Witch for Spirit's advice on how to deal with. And here we start off with our King of Pentacles. So Leo, you're pretty much moving along. You're in charge. You're maintaining and keeping focus on what you want, and you're following your instinct. Again, knowing when is the right time and waiting for the right moment to make a particular move, whether it is in business or in pleasure. It's really depending on your situation. And we see the Six of Pentacles coming in. So your mind is on money. You're working to make that money come in. You're planning on ventures and making way for, or making the way for business to happen. In some cases, it's a question of paying back. I owe, so I will work in order to pay back and bring down certain debts, or eliminate certain debts for some of you. If you're worried or concerned about money, it's there is balance here, where you may be making money, but as you make it, it's going to pay out. So you're going to be from one hand to the other. So when the money comes in, you're giving it out. And that is to bring things back into balance. So don't want to put any worry into, well, my money, I'm going to get money and I'm going to lose it. No, you're going to bring your debts down to zero is what's going to happen. You're going to bring back the balance, because that's what you're focused on. And you're doing it strategically. You are focused. You're very focused. It's in a good way for Leo, bringing back and making money too. It's not just that you will not have, you will have no debt, and you may have some form of savings. I'm not seeing a whole lot, but that's just this read. The fact is, you're creating a foundation that will bring in abundance. Right now, you're clearing the path for that abundance to come in by bringing things back into balance and paying off what you owe. Don't know why that's sticking, but that seems to be where this energy is bringing us today for this read for Leo. Here we have our Page of Wands, and again, it's all about making that business proposal, making that offer. You're focused on what you really want, and you're being led by your passion. You're being led by what you really want to do, and it's a start. It's beginning. You're seeing the way clear. Again, you're clearing that path in order to have what you want set up, because some of you may have been struggling to build up on what you want as a business may go, and for others it's a relationship, whatever it is, whether it's personal or business. And here's that offer. So again, you're going over what was in the past, because the 6 is going back in time and coming forward, and again bringing things back into balance. So clearing the path so that a proposal could happen, clearing the path so that you can actually follow your dream and have that passion and love for what you do or what you want to do really come forward. Leo, you're really paying attention to what you need rather than what you want at this point, which is very good. And that's where the King of Pentacles comes in now, because he's very grounded, again, it's earth. Though you're a fire sign, you're embodying that sense of security, paying attention to what your security is for you and maintaining and protecting it, because that's where he comes in, so that you can begin something based on what you love. Here we see our Queen of Pentacles. So it could be that you're matched with someone who you may have reconnected with, or people that you were dealing with are making you feel like you belong. You have that sense of, I really am comfy where I am now, and I think I want to stay here. You've figured it out. This is where I need to be for this time. And again, the focus is on creating that legacy, building it up and strengthening your foundation so that you can do the work that you really want to do. Money is not a problem in the sense where, again, you're paying attention to what needs to be paid off, as in debts go. You're bringing in money so that you can move forward with what you want to do, and that is where you feel your sense of security is being established. Like you've already established it. This is where you moved up a notch from the past. You were focusing on getting that security, and now you're at the point where you have the security. You really feel more secure in your endeavors, whether they're financial or personal. Leo, you're really moving along here. Doing well, doing very well, feeling like it's coming in for you. And it is, because this is your time, and in the sense where this year, 2025, is a pivotal year for you. Well, for everybody, not just Leo, but for everybody who is paying attention to their future and wanting to start something, having had ideas or projects on the back burner, you're bringing them forward now, and you're having a strategy. You're dealing with people on a strategic level where you are taking care of your needs first and foremost. You are making sure that whatever endeavors you enter into, you are protected. You are creating the clauses in the endeavors that you are going to get into or that you are setting up for. You are creating those loopholes that will protect your investment. You're making sure that you don't get burned by the people that you're dealing with, because you want to protect yourself and your work. So copyrights, registrations and such, you're doing that and you're doing it properly. And if you're not doing it, you're thinking about doing it, and then when you do set up any kind of deal per se, you're going to make sure that all bases are covered. This is where we have that intuition coming in, where you know who you can trust and you know who you can't before you go into any ventures with them. And because of that, you're making sure that you protect yourself and your investment. You're making sure of that, Leo. So have confidence that you are doing the right thing and you're headed in the right direction. Again, we have more pentacles coming in with our four of pentacles. So this is where that 2 of swords would reflect on holding back and waiting for the right moment. But this is more of I don't trust, and you're not trusting in certain individuals, or you're recalling where you've had issues with deals or business ventures and you lost, and you're thinking this time around I'm not going to lose. Again, you're following your intuition related to where you put your money, and you're holding back on spending or being frivolous with your spending, because you want to maintain that sense of security that you've developed. Leo, again, you're doing very well. More pentacles. Wow. You're just really moving along with what you really want to do, and the people that you are dealing with, you're actually cutting out certain individuals that what you invested in with them didn't work. You're really working with that instinct of, well, you were no good for me, so I'm cutting ties with you now. And this is where you're paying attention to the people around you in their productivity, on how they work, and you're really cleaning house in the sense where you want to start afresh, a clean slate. If you are a boss, if you own a company, you're really going over the employee list and who's been productive and who's not been productive, and you're cutting away from, or you're reducing your manpower, in the sense where if they don't show their value, then you're not going to keep them. You're not going to keep them on. And this is something that you need to do simply because you are protecting your investment. And it's not like you're going to be you're cutting off people drastically. It's a question of performance. You're going with what they are producing, and if they are not producing, then you're reorganizing how you do business with them. Again, if you are investing in other people, because this is what this card would represent in general, it's an investment card, you are looking at the history of those investments, how they've produced, and how much they've given you rather than how much you have given them, because you know that you've put your money in, and you're looking at, well, if I'm not getting back so much, and I won't call numbers here, but like percentage wise, if you're not gaining on the percentage, then you're pulling out, you're pulling away, you're cutting off, you're removing your investment from certain funds or just people in general. Like, you're not investing your time and your energy where you're not getting back, and you're really being careful with that. You're really looking at, well, no, I don't want to lose anymore, I've lost enough. And that is how you're dealing with people, and the people around you are going to feel that. So you may find that some people may want to not take advantage, but at least you'll see them coming if they're trying to pull the wool over your eyes anyways. Okay, so here we have the Fool as new investments and new adventures and taking that leap of faith, where the fear is in that when you step off, you fall to the bottom. Not being able to trust. Again, that's where your mind is right now. But where your heart is I want to see more. I want to have a new adventure. I want to step out and really be me, is what this card is saying in this read. Because I see a lot of sun here, the yellow, the summer is your time, and you already know that, Leo. August is your time, but it's not about a future card. It's more on your fears and your desires. And what you desire is to show off who you are, what you're made of, and that creative side to you. Your fear is in that you will not be recognized, that what you put your energy into will fall apart. But that's the test. What you need to do is just focus, keep the focus, because that's where you're at. Keep the focus on what you want. Keep that rhythm going where you're paying off what you need to pay off. You're giving back what you need to give back, and you're protecting what you already have. You may not feel ready yet to show the world what you're capable of, but it's coming. It's coming, and when it arrives, when that feeling for, okay, I'm stepping out now, you will know, because you're following your instinct. Your intuition is going to tell you when to take that step. So don't be afraid, Leo, because that is what will haunt you if you pull back when you should step forward. Allow your instincts to work for you. When it feels right, that's when it's right, and you're gonna know, because you've already come to the point where you are in control. You are taking those steps, and the next step is to put the foot forward, and you will be victorious. The victory card is showing that the fear that you have is going to subside, because you are protecting yourself and you're feeling more and more confident as you go, and your faith in what you want to do is building. It's on your mind, and you're going to feel the doors opening up, because you're going to feel it in your pocket. When you feel that sense of, oh, okay, I have the money, or I'm getting the money, or I see the money coming in, that's when you're going to feel more confident to take that step forward, and you will have the victory. You will have the victory. It's coming for you. It's coming your way. People around you are going to want to invest in you and what you are doing. You're going to see that people are going to come around you and deal with you in a more responsible way, in that, like I said, you are cutting off people who don't serve, or who don't give back, or who are not in balance with what you are giving, and you're doing it naturally, Leo. It's an amazing reading, because your finances are shifting, gradually going up, gradually you're balancing out, and you're feeling it, and you're knowing it, and your instinct is where you're being called. You're feeling the call to do something. You're going to follow the call. It's natural. It's a healing. It's the second chance for some to really go into what you really want, following your passion, having that happiness come, putting an end to what does not serve you anymore. For some of you, it's a question of, okay, we need to cut ties business-wise, or relationship, romance-wise. I don't want to, this is not working. You're going to put an end to that. It's just going to be easier than it was before, because you feel that sense of comfort. You're comfy in how you feel. You've been you've been resting, you've been thinking, you've been talking to the right people. And if you've not been speaking to anyone, it's an introversion. You're introverted in the sense where you're thinking things out and you're going with what your sense of sensibility is telling you to do, your sixth sense. Whether you believe you have one or not, you're following your gut, and that is more important than if you had to go look for guidance outside. You're following your inner guide, in other words. And you're doing it with that confidence. Here is where the change is coming. See the doubt, where I was saying that the feeling of, well, if I'm not ready, I'm going to lose money. You're changing that perspective. This is natural. This is happening to you naturally. You're thinking along the lines of, okay, I don't want to lose what I put my money into. But you're cutting off the people who give you that negative energy. You're steering yourself away. You're focused on correcting any negative thoughts that you may have concerning your legacy, your business, your art, your talents even. Just how you feel in general. You're really paying attention to, I want to feel different. I want to feel better. I want to think different. I want to think with more confidence. You're naturally building that up. It's because it's your time. And again, you're very committed to the cause. You're committed to what you want to do. And you're dealing with people through that sense of psychic ability. Like you're connecting more and more. And that's happening for, I think Pisces was going through that read I did for Pisces. The feel was they're connecting more and more to their psychic abilities. Well, we all are, because we're paying attention, and it's only the people who are paying attention to their inner senses and how they feel and what they want to change. Those are the groups that are going to be elevated more and more into that realm of, well, I can see my future. I can predict that this will happen because I'm paying attention. It's a question of self-awareness, people. If you feel that something is right for you and you go with it, that's when things change for the positive. If you doubt and you pull back, that's when the negative, meaning that it won't work in your favor, happens, because you're blocking yourself. And here, Leo, you are open and you are receptive and you are focused and you are not letting go. It's a second king showing up here. Very strong in the emotion, very strong in conviction. It's a perfect balance, earth and water. And this is where you're sitting. You're sitting with perfection in your innards, how you feel. You're balanced. Again, Six of Pentacles, bringing things back into the balance. Leo, it's a beautiful reading for you, in the sense that you're developing and you're allowing yourself to develop. Again, it's not going to be easy peasy and just happening as fast as I'm saying it. Of course not. It takes time, but you've already put that effort in, and now you need to recognize that you have put your effort in. And I'm taking the animal spirits deck first, the spirit of the animals oracle, sorry. I don't know, I usually take the other one, but I have this feeling to go this way first, so I'm just going to go with that. And I guess that's your energy that's saying, show me my totem animal, and I'm pretty excited to look for it too. So let's see what the inner guide would be related to the King of Cups and that King of Pentacles for you, Leo. Of course, the deer, love, beautiful card, beautiful animal, very docile, very deep, very spiritual, very calm. And that's where you are. You have that sense of stability. You're feeling comfortable, and you should feel comfy because you're in the right place. You're going to be victorious. You're taking the time you need, you're holding back, you're holding on, and you're making sure that you're protected. And that is the instinct working with the deer. Be gentle with yourself. You heal with the power of love. See the light in all things. Acknowledge your self-worth and grace. Leo, it's beautiful. It's where the balance comes in for you. Whatever you've been going through, you're coming through it with flying colors, in the sense where you're at peace. You're at peace with yourself, and you're making peace with others. Again, bringing in the balance and embodiment. Now, unsown from the flesh, and it's the number 8. Goes around, comes around. This is your card. This is your number. It's another sense of healing. Now and sown from the flesh, a most alluring lullaby stills my pain as the skies bleed for my heart, and the embodiment I am to claim. Again, overall, it's the whole reading in this card. That's probably why I had to take this card last, where you embody that sense of belonging, where you embody that sense of freedom, where you are able to allow yourself to heal what wounds you've had from the past, dealing with other people, sense of loss, sense of lack. It's all coming back to you now in boons, because you have all the pentacle cards that mean money coming in, money flowing, and investing in yourself and with others. And on that note, I thank you, Leo, for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Until our next read, love and light.